Hi guys, welcome back to part 4, and let's finish this series by talking about the numbers game, because this is where the coding industry gets incredibly confusing for the average consumer. 9H, 10H, 12H, even 20H. Because of the way these products are marketed online, people read those numbers and genuinely think that their paint is going to become diamond hard and completely scratch proof after a coating is applied. But in the real world, that is a massive misunderstanding of how the science actually works. When a brand claims a coating is 9H or 10H, they are referencing the pencil hardness scale, which is a standard test used for film coatings. They are not talking about the Mohs mineral scale, where a diamond sits at a 10. But the marketing is intentionally vague because brands know consumers hear 10H and instantly think diamond hard. Lately, you might have seen some brands stepping it up to claim a 10H certified rating. And look, to be completely fair, a few specialized pencil manufacturers do collaborate 10H test pencils now, and some international labs use them. But let's look at the actual math when you translate that over the mineral scale. Even if a coating achieves a 10H rating against a piece of laboratory graphite, on the real mineral Mohs scale, that performance only translates to roughly a 3 or a 4. To put that into perspective, that is the relative scratch resistance of a copper coin. But okay, let's say you still want to insist on using the Mohs mineral scale anyway, even though you shouldn't. Let's pretend your liquid coating is an actual 10 out of 10 on the mineral scale, alongside a literal diamond. If that were actually true, you'd have a massive problem. Think about a diamond. It's completely rigid, unyielding, and has absolutely zero flexibility. If you try to bend a diamond, it doesn't give. Now think about that with an automotive paint. Think about what an automotive paint has to do every single day. When your car sits out in that hot sun, the metal panels expand. When it cools down at night, they contract. Car paint has to be flexible, otherwise it would instantly crack and shatter off the car. If a coating was genuinely a Mohs 10 diamond hard shield, it would crack and flake off your bonnet the very first time you drove it on a hot day, because it couldn't move with the paint underneath it. It physically has to be a flexible, microscopic quartz matrix to survive on a vehicle. So when you look at what your car actually faces on the road, the whole diamond narrative completely falls apart. Airborne road silica, regular old flying dirt and sand sits at a Mohs 7. A fancy 10H pencil rating is a 4. It doesn't matter how many H's a brand buys from an art supply shop, a microscopic layer of ceramic is engineered to resist chemical etching, UV rays, and bird droppings. It is not an armored force field that stops flying rocks or aggressive wash techniques. And once brands start throwing around numbers like 12H or 20H, the conversation starts drifting pretty far away from recognized coding test standards. They are completely inventing numbers that don't even exist on any official testing scale. And look, under perfect laboratory conditions on a flat sheet of unyielding test glass, a coating can easily ace those pencil tests, but your car isn't a sheet of lab glass. As I established earlier in this series, a premium ceramic coating only adds about 3 microns of actual film build to your clear coat. Basic physics tells you that a microscopic layer is always limited by the flexibility and the softness of the surface underneath it. If you theoretically put a hard shell over a soft flexible base and you press down on it, the surface underneath it still deflects, it still scratches, it still swirls, and it still mars. So stop focusing entirely on a giant number printed on a bottle. Real-world scratch resistance comes down to the variables of the actual car. How the coating was applied, who applied it, the curing process, and the specific characteristics of the factory paint underneath. It's honestly just like buying the exact same pair of pants but in 3 different colors. You grab the exact same size, the exact same style, but somehow every color fits slightly differently. Why? Because the different fabric materials, the structure of the cloth, and the amount of dye used in the manufacturing process completely alter how the material behaves. Automotive paint systems are identical. A solid factory black paint is often ridiculously soft and sticky. A factory white might be significantly harder. A European clear coat behaves completely differently than a super thin, waterborne Japanese paint system. So obsessing over a single number on a bottle bottle completely misses the point. And let's be completely real for a second. If these coatings were genuinely the diamond hard, maintenance-free force fields that marketing claims that they are, professional detailers wouldn't spend half of their lives machine correcting swirled out coated cars. Because the reality is, coatings still scratch, they still swirl, they still mar, and they absolutely still require proper maintenance. Now look, if someone wants true physical protection from rock chips and deeper scratches, a coating still isn't the answer. That's where paint protection film, PPF, comes in. A ceramic coating protects chemically, but PPF is a thick physical barrier designed to absorb impact. The ultimate real-world setup is combining both. PPF on high-impact areas and a premium ceramic coating over the top for chemical resistance and easy maintenance. So stop chasing massive numbers on a bottle. Stick to real chemistry, focus on preserving the fragile layer of factory clear coat your car actually has left, and let the retail brands play their marketing games while you focus on real results. We hope you enjoyed this 4-part series. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe and comment below what we should cover next.